Okay, now we're going to look at simplifying when I have a square root on the bottom of a fraction. Okay, now for this we'll need to remember how we get equivalent fractions. So you may remember converting a half into something like 3/6, and the reason why that works is we do a half and we multiply by 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom, and that's equivalent to multiplying by 3 over 3, and multiplying by 1 leaves things unchanged. So a half times 3 over 3, on the top I'll get 3, on the bottom I'll get 6, and you're familiar with a half equaling 3 over 6. So what I'm allowed to do here is I'm allowed to take my 3 over the square root of 2 and multiply by the same thing on the top and the bottom. Now what I'd like to end up with is a whole number on the bottom. So what I'd really like to multiply root 2 by is itself, because root 2 times root 2 will give me a nice 2 on the bottom. And I'm allowed to do that as long as I also multiply by root 2 on the top. This is multiplying by 1, so an equivalent fraction to this is 3 times root 2 over 2. And there'll be points in the A-level course where we do need to simplify an expression with a square root on the bottom, so instead it has the square root on the top. This may not look simpler to you than this does, but this is often a conversion that we'll need to do. So here's another example. I've got 7 over 2 root 3, and to make that an equivalent fraction, I need to multiply by the same thing here and here, and in order to make this turn into a whole number, I'll need a root 3 on the bottom, which is alright as long as I multiply the top by root 3 as well. So on the top I've got 7 times root 3, which is 7 root 3. On the bottom, root 3 times itself is 3, so this multiplication here will give me 3, times the 2 will give me 6. Okay, so these two conversions here, okay, are a standard method that you need to know.